then turn around trying to say that we big back because Michelle Obama talking about we was eating so much junk food and stuff. That's exactly how the food in prison is.
What is going on here? This is not normal. This is not how things are supposed to function.
Welcome back. First and foremost, though, I just want to say thank you guys for watching and being here with me and engaging with me and watching my videos and learning something and cracking up with me and laughing with me, and just thank y'all for being here with me on my channel with everything that I post. And thank you guys. I just wanted to say that. I'm just really, really grateful, and I'm so happy to be here having my platform. But today's gonna be real quick because there's really nothing to talk about. But I just wanted to talk about like how schooling from like kindergarten up to senior year. This lighting be making it look like my eyebrow or something missing. But yeah, like how schooling prepares us for jobs. It prepares us for like two things: jobs or prison. Especially if you are in like a predominantly black school. We all know the school to prison pipeline. Let's be honest. We know, kids drop out, end up in the streets. Honestly, I hate to say it, but sometimes kids drop out, end up in the streets, and then end up in jail. But like, have y'all ever thought about how school, like, it's very unnatural for a kid to be sitting in a school somewhere for 8 hours, sometimes more than that, depending how your parent is. And then on top of that, like, at some point I heard they took away fucking recess. And even when we did have recess, it was only like 30 minutes to an hour. That sounds exactly like a lunch break at work, and that sounds exactly like an outside break at jail. So I remember like first, and you know what else? The classroom doors literally look like prison. Like it looks like a door to a prison cell, like them independent prison cells. What's it called? Solitary confinement prison cells. The doors literally look like that. It has a tight little window that you could just be peeping through. And then when they say like a school gets shot up, they always showing us how the school shooter comes through and busts through the door and is looking through that little screen and stuff. Like that's it's not giving me sunshine and rainbows. Like, and I remember when I moved to Maryland and I was in this big ass school. It was bigger than back at home. And I remember I walked in there and it was like a square. And when I went in there, I'm like, I could feel the jail vibes. Like, it was like a school. It was literally like a jail. And it had like the stairs that go up into like 3 floors, I think. So you had like the first floor, then the stairs go up second to third. And if you look around, like, and if you went to Long Beach High School, you fucking know. If you look around and you just stand in the middle of that first floor and you look up and look around, I'm like, this shit is like a fucking jail. And I remember going to school and I'm like, bro, this shit feels like a jail. It looks like a jail. And I feel like also the hours of everything does prepare us for a job. Because it's like you go to school anywhere between 7 to 3, depending, or some kids 6 to like 4. Where do you have time to do anything else? It's exactly how adults be complaining about their 9 to 5, and when they go back home, they too tired to do anything. On top of that, taking care of a whole family. This is exactly why my kids will be homeschooled, because I'm not about to have that programming in their minds where they are literally sitting somewhere for 8 hours, having to do what somebody else is telling them to do, having to raise your hand to use the bathroom. Girl, get out my face. I need to go use the bathroom. I need to go pee. Because that's crazy. And then the teachers had the power to tell us no. Are you out your fucking mind? How you gonna tell a kid no to use in the bathroom? And even like high schoolers, if they want to be in the bathroom giddying and off, then that's what they want to do. They want to be in the bathroom giddying them off. But you can't sit here and tell them no. Maybe if your class was a little bit more interesting, the kid would want to stay. And they wouldn't be in the bathroom giddying and off. And I hate how everybody be like, oh, you know, the kids nowadays, they don't learn, they don't want to learn, they don't want to come to school. Because I feel like kids nowadays, especially the older kids, understand that school is like a job and it's a scam. First of all, we're in school for 13 years doing what? Don't get me wrong, the first few years are crucial, for sure. That's where you learn how to read, write, math. You know, you do need that life skills. But from that point on, what am I learning? To this day, I still don't use algebra. I'm very blessed that my mind is, and my parents, like, it was hard with me learning my multiplication table. So shit like that, I still got down pat. You know, I could still say my multiplication tables. But I don't use algebra. I'm not out here trying to find the y to the x and the b to the c. And then it's like, I remember being in school. Why am I still having like English reading classes in high school? To do what? Write essays? For what? I don't want to be a journalist. So why are you still training me to write essays? And I don't even remember what we was writing essays about. So granted, of course, you want to teach kids how to research and how to learn and do this and that. So sometimes you have them write an essay so they can debate and all that stuff. But I'm not a lawyer. And the things we was debating about, you know, should marijuana be legal? Should kids do this? Should kids do that? Girl, I don't care. Do what you want. At the end of the day, no matter if something is legal or not, people are still going to do it. No matter if kids shouldn't be doing this or doing that, they're still going to do it. So either way it goes, it does not matter. You're not using my essay to go do a platform and sending it to the government to try to change stuff. So why am I writing it? For you to waste my time. For you to waste my time. I feel like schools should be, I love the idea of, like, when it comes to having our kids in school, I love the idea of, how do you say it? Like, catering to them. So once I see that my kid is interested in, like, the arts, I'm putting them in arts. Once I see they're interested in music, I'm putting them in music. You know, it's their interests change, okay, then we change what you learn in. Because at the end of the day, school don't teach us nothing about life. It don't teach us nothing about, like, really being here. It don't even teach us how to pay bills and rent and how to apply for, like, houses and cars and shit like that. Like, but I remember when I was going through those things for the first time, and I'm just like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm really supposed to be doing. And I was just thinking, like, bro, all this stuff I really still learning on TikTok. And it's like, but then everybody's like, but this is different, that's different. Anyways, the point is, they don't even really teach us things in life. They don't even teach us decent things like buying a house or buying a car. And then, of course, they don't teach us things like using our minds, changing ourselves, growing through life, doing what makes us happy, listening to ourselves. They don't teach us none of that spiritual stuff. And then when I start breaking up the spiritual stuff, people want to be like, oh, that's not true. Oh, you know, wickety, wackety, backety, whatever. This is a spiritual world. There's a reason why you don't know. There's a reason why when I speak about something, other people, it like turns their heads around. Because it's true. It's real. And there's a reason why they don't teach us it in school. And then on top of that, you got 1 month to teach me my Black history. You're bugging. You wildin' and you tripping. How you gonna get 1 month for kids and you call it Black History Month and now your classroom is just full of like Black history things and Black history people, and then you want to take it down the month after? You don't think that shit's still important to our kids? Don't they need representation? They need to see that all the time, 24/7. And stop teaching about Martin and Rosa. Stop. Let's teach more about doctors, more lawyers. Like, these kids really need to see that there are people out there in every single field, not just these people that died and got assassinated. No, they need to see that there's people out there that is doing everything that is Black and our color and us. They need to see that, even to simple things, you know? So, anyways. And then it's like the same way how in school, you know, you're cooped up in a classroom. You don't really get recess. And then you go to lunch and they feed you this cardboard lunch. Let's be honest, it's cardboard, okay? And a lot of kids actually end up kind of starving, because me, thankfully, I did have food at home. So if I didn't eat at school, I wasn't like, oh, I have to eat here. And I was like, I'm gonna just eat at home type shit. But you know, even kids like that, you're still going 8 hours without eating. And then you have kids who don't have food at home, and you're still not really feeding them nutritional stuff that you claim you are, because the stuff that you're feeding them is still coming out of boxes and stuff. It's not coming out of the earth. It's not coming straight from like the grocery store type of broccoli to a home and cook. You're not like, it's not like that. You're not feeding them things. You were still feeding us chicken sandwiches, mozzarella sticks, but then turn around trying to say that we big back because Michelle Obama talking about we was eating so much junk food and stuff. That's exactly how the food in prison is. And then when people come out of prison, Young Thug, he fat, everybody's like, oh my God, he gained so much weight. I wonder why. He's stressed out. He not really eating as good as he would at home. Like, of course he gonna gain some fat. But anyways, so it's like you have these kids that still go to school and say they don't like the food, or say that food still does not fill them up. You're still sending them home hungry, and then they don't have food at home. They're still home hungry. The same way how in prison, when they don't want to eat the food because the food's not good and stuff, it's just like, oh well, that's all we. My necklace wasn't showing. But the same way how like in prison, if they don't eat or they give their food away, then they just don't eat, and it's just like, okay, you're just not gonna eat. Let's treat our kids better. Let's give our kids better, and let's give them an actual chance at life. Okay, there's no reason why once we all turn like 25 to 40, some people even later, that now we're realizing like, oh my gosh, everything was a lie. Like, there's no reason for that. We should be teaching more and giving our kids more. They deserve that. Like, at the very fucking least. We're basically, they're trying to fry our brains and control our brains before we even have a chance to do anything. They're trying to program these kids to sit down for 8 hours and trying to program them to learn this and that. Baby, life don't work like that. And then it's like, if a kid don't want to learn something or they're not interested, then it's like, oh, you're a dummy, bitch. But it's like, no, they just not interested in that. Like, not everybody's interested in the same things. And just because you're teaching me 7 subjects does not mean I have to be interested in each subject. Nor does it mean I'm going to be good at each subject. Same thing with a job. Still trying to box you in. Oh, this is your description. And by the way, we might add more on top of that. So this is your description. You might have a little bit more that you don't even know about. And the same way how it's like you need to do all of these things. Listen, I might want to do a couple of things on that list, and the other things is like, I don't know too much about that. I'm not interested in that, but I will do these first things. But then it's like, no, you need to do all of it. And then it's like, some of us, we try to crucify people if they don't say they have a promotion, and it's like, oh, you dumb for not taking that promotion. But it's like, why would I take that promotion when it just adds things on that I don't give a fuck about? And then if I take that promotion, you're still gonna try to box me in to doing all of these things on top of what you're trying to tell me to do. And then I have no choice but to listen, because this is not my company and this is not my stuff. So I kind of have to listen and be a slave. That's what they're training us for. Even in prison, we all know, if you are a prisoner, you're a slave to America. They had prisoners working, doing stuff, making shirts and shit. Some of these shirts we wear, prisoners probably made it. And they only get paid about 3 cents or so, or to like 25 cents. Tell me how all of this ain't connected. Because it's just crazy. Like, because the job is the same thing. You have a cap on how much you can make. Or they give you a cap on how much you can make. Girl. Just how in my last video I was like kind of saying like college is not for everyone. This kind of ties into that, because that's what I'm saying. College and school, jobs, prison, all fits you into a box. And school prepares you to be fit into a box and to be comfortable in a box. So that's all I really wanted to say and rant about. Like, fuck all that shit. Freedom to the kids, freedom to us. And yeah. And another thing is, like, in school, they want you to be uniform. Like, they want everybody to be the same, wear the same thing. And then, of course, as kids, we already just want to, like, fit in with our friends. So then once we, like, go to college and go to jobs, it's the same thing. They want everybody uniform. You hear jobs saying, oh, we're a family. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to rant about though, I think if I had something more to say, y'all already know I'm gonna be right back up here making another video. So yeah, happy February now. Happy February. Fuck Black History Month. It's Black History all year. And I love you guys. And yeah, have a great day, have a great week, have a great month, and a great year. And then I also forgot to say that, like, even if you're in school and you're like a big dreamer and you tell people your dreams and your teachers and stuff your dreams, today it's just like, oh no, you need to be worried about getting this job. What are you gonna do after school and what are you going to college for? And they just push that onto us so much. It's like, bruh, these are kids. Why are you shutting down dreams that kids have? Like, that's their job when they come here, is to dream. Because when you come here, you have a purpose. You have something you're meant to do. And when we're kids, we know. We kind of have a sense. So it's like, why are you shutting down these kids' dreams and stuff and telling them to go get a job? And a lot of their dreams, even if they don't make it or they end up not pursuing it, and a lot of times they don't make it or end up not pursuing it because of what you told them. Excuse my microwave. Then it's like I said, you're not even giving these kids a chance. So yeah, I just want to add that.